Coach Joe Delaney. Coach Delaney began his coaching career in 1980 at Grand Blanc High School, coached a couple of years at Swartz Creek, and returned to Grand Blanc. He has been coaching in the Grand Blanc area for 35 of his 37 years of coaching. His teams have won conference championships and have had 3 undefeated regular seasons. Qualified for the playoffs 15 years with 2 district championships. He has received Coach of the Year honors, and he is the longest tenured coach and the winningest coach in Grand Blanc history. Coach Delaney retired this past fall. Coach Delaney's comment on why coach. I have coached basketball and baseball, both great team sports, but football is a challenge like no other. Working to get 11 young men on the same page over 120 times a game has been a thrill and a passion for 37 years. Coach Delaney's most humorous incident in coaching. One of my most talented running backs had just missed a block in a practice field. I sent the team to get a drink of water, but this player was pounding his fist on his helmet saying, "I'm a frickin' loser, I'm a frickin' loser." I told him to get a drink of water, and he said, "I don't deserve it." I went over to him and said, "Even frickin' losers need a drink." And he nodded and went to get a drink. Now that is coaching. Coach Delaney's biggest thrill in coaching. In 1999, playing Carmen Ainsworth for the Big 9 championship, both undefeated and both ranked. Taking my team out in front of 10,000 fans at Grand Blanc's Frank Thomas Field was an unforgettable thrill. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of the Hall of Fame, Coach Joe Delaney.
Thanks to family and friends, the good people from Grand Blanc Community Schools, and my assistant coaches for being here tonight. I would like those people to stand up and be recognized at this point. So please, if you're with me, stand up so we can see my group. I am proud to represent Grand Blanc. I was fortunate to play for 2 Hall of Fame coaches at Grand Blanc, my baseball and JV football coach Joe Peacock, and my varsity football coach Jack Pratt. When I went back to do student teaching, Dr. Bob Burek set me up with head football coach Doyle Rice. Doyle paired me on defense with Larry Fechtenheimer, who is now in the Arizona Coaches Hall of Fame. It was Doyle, though, who had the faith in me to bring me onto his varsity staff when I was fresh out of college. I would not be standing here without Doyle's tremendous influence and knowledge. I've coached some great kids. I've enjoyed working with all state players, sent many on to the next level to play football, and even had a few that went on to the NFL. I am really proud that so many of my players have turned into exceptional professionals at their jobs, and more importantly, great family men. It's important to have terrific assistants, which I've had. But the best and most loyal assistant has been my wife, Donna. Donna has been there in the stands cheering for my teams for over 33 years. She has learned some very interesting names to call me from sitting in those stands. We have 2 tremendous children, Ryan and Jill. Donna, Ryan, and Jill, would you please stand? Now, Jill was born in September, right in the middle of football season. This was in the pre-cell phone era. I was worried that I would be on the field somewhere and miss our daughter's birth, so I asked Donna to schedule a C-section, which she did. Now that's taking one for the team. Probably not the smartest move on my part at the time. As you notice, Jill was the youngest and we had no more. Wives can do that. One local expert once asked me, how many state championships have you won? My answer was none. He shook his head as if to say, "You are a terrible coach. If state championships are what defines high school coaches, then I am a miserable failure. But we, as coaches, know better. High school football coaching is much more than about winning. Now, don't get me wrong, winning is important. Losing eats at you and drives you to get back to those winning habits. Relationships and lessons taught really defines coaching. A number of years back, one of my assistants, Joe Lejeski, pointed to one of our players and said, "Coach, you may want to see what's going on with this kid." This kid wasn't himself. I asked the young man what was wrong, and his eyes began to tear up. I said, "Let's go up to my office and talk." Now, practice went on. When you surround yourself with great assistants, you can trust the practice plan will be carried out perfectly. Guys like Joe Lejeski, Chuck Schramm, and the late Ron Brewer. Each knew it was far more important to make sure I was able to go talk with this young man. We were in the office almost 1 hour. He cried most of that time. Seems the weight of the world was on this kid's shoulders. We talked, he got settled down. I reassured him that everything was going to be okay. We then went back out to practice. I tell this story because the young man confided in me. No offense to these people, but he didn't want to talk to the superintendent, or the principal, or the AD, or his English teacher. He trusted his football coach. On the occasion of my 100th coaching victory, Dr. Mike Newton, our superintendent at the time, and principal at Grand Blanc when I was hired as head coach, sent me a congratulatory letter. In the letter, he included a narrative about coaches that I think is very appropriate tonight. Part of it reads like this: "A coach must be willing to give freely of his time, his money, his energy, his youth, his family life, his health, and sometimes even life itself. In return, he must expect little financial reward, little comfort on earth, little privacy, little praise, but plenty of criticism. However, a good coach is respected in his community, is a leader in his school, is loved by his team, and makes lasting friends wherever he goes. In his heart, he knows that, in spite of the inconveniences, the criticisms, and the demands on his time, he loves his profession, for he is the coach." Congratulations to these outstanding men on stage with me tonight, and thank you to the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association for this very humbling honor.